everyone, this is Naomi and welcome back to Naomi's Bookshelf. I had an impromptu break from YouTube due to family stuff and personal stuff, but I am back now and I thought I will give a wrap up of the whole month, including my disappearance for a little and any new information in my wrap up. So I'm not really going to talk about here, but I'm ready to get back into BookTube. So we're going to start off with November's TBR. Now this one is going to be an interesting one. I mean, I feel like every month I'm doing a monthly TBR, but I like it as long as it's not too much pressure. So I'm keeping this one chill and relaxed, just like Victober's. Now for this one, it is Nonfiction November, which has 4 prompts and it is hosted by Olive from A Book Olive. Now she does a lot of classical reading, nonfiction reading, and I just love nonfiction. I own 50 nonfiction books, honestly. So I will be reading 4. I will try to read 4, and if not, that's okay, but I'm going to try to read some, as I have not been reading some lately and I've been missing it. Like, I've been wanting to read nonfiction, so we're gonna read some this month. Now the first prompt was voice, and all of these prompts are one word. You can interpret them however you want, and so for that one I will be reading this one, which I picked up from someone who's just getting rid of a bunch of books, and it's Maria by Maria von Trapp. So this is the true story behind The Sound of Music. And it's about Maria as she becomes a nanny, and then as she marries the captain, and then they escape. If you haven't watched the movie, I'm sorry for the spoilers, but it's pretty popular and pretty well known. So I am excited to read this one. I've had it for a while, and I'm just really intrigued by like the true story behind it. There's even like pictures in here, and it just looks so interesting, and I really want to know the true story behind The Sound of Music. So this will be the first book on my TBR, and I think I will fly through it and I really enjoy it. So this is my voice one, as they sing a lot in the movie, and that totally counts for me. The next prompt was design, and so this one, it could be a cover, it could be a plot, it could be anything that you choose to interpret. So I decided to choose someone who is a great masterful designer of stories, and that is a biography on Agatha Christie, and this is subtitled The Woman and Her Mysteries by Gillian Gill. My goodness, this name is like a little tripping me up. I'm not sure if it's Jillian or Gillian. I think it's Gillian. So this one follows Agatha Christie's life. I think it follows her marriage, her stories, her work as an author, and then all the way up to her death. I obviously don't know all of the details because I haven't read it yet, but I am really excited to pick this one up. I really do love Agatha Christie, if you haven't figured that out from my channel. But I do really love Agatha Christie, and I haven't read a biography on her yet, so I am intrigued to pick this one up. And if I don't read an Agatha Christie book this month, I will count this as my Agatha Christie book of November. So the next one is true is the prompt. And so, I mean, that's kind of redundant. It feels like when it's nonfiction, so it should all be true. But I'm taking it as true crime, as I, once again, have been itching or an inkling to read true crime. I just want nonfiction in my life for some reason, and I'm just glad it's time, finally Nonfiction November, so I have a good excuse to just pick up only nonfiction, or mostly nonfiction. So I have 2 options that I'm thinking of, and I'm not sure which one I'll pick up. So the first one is Mafia Crimes, The Story of the Mob by Al Cimino, or Cimone? Oh, I'm not really sure. I feel like I butcher names all the time, but Al Cimino, and it's just people from the mafia. So they're all different chapters, they have pictures, and this looks like a little section about the politics in it. Whatever or not, I bought this at a used bookstore and I really want to pick it up. The other one is also a mafia book in a sense, and it's Montreal's Irish Mafia, The True Story of the Infamous West End Gang by Darcy O'Connor. So this one is similar. It's stories about people in it, different things that happen to the Irish Mafia, or yeah, the Irish Mafia. And I don't really know too much more, but I just know I'm gonna like it. So I'll be picking this one up. Hopefully in November. Hopefully we get to both, but if I'm not, I will just pick whichever one I feel most intrigued by at that moment. Now the last one is one that I don't own physically, and it's because my book club has picked it, and I thought, wow, you just saved me a book to read, because this prompt is sport. Now, of the 50 books that I own that I have not read about nonfiction, none of them are about sport. Not one. I could twist it in some way, but for the most part, not sports. So this one is what my book club is reading, and I'm going to read it from my iPad because it's a long title. So I will pop a picture and I will read the cover and I'll read the title. It's called The Woo Woo: How I Survived Ice Hockey, Drug Raids, Demons, and My Crazy Chinese Family by Lindsay Wong. So that's a bit of a mouthful, but it contains ice hockey, and I am counting it. I don't really know anything about it. I just know that it is nonfiction, and it's about this woman's life. Crazy, crazy life. So it's for my book club. I'm hoping it'll be great, and it sounds like it'll be a good talking piece, at least at book club. So that is it for the nonfiction part. I do have a couple more books that I'll be reading for the Buzzwordathon. The Buzzwordathon is a readathon that's hosted by Kayla from Books and Lala and Gabby from Gabby Reads. Well, Books and Lala always does this. Kayla always does the Buzzword readathon, but she always gets a special co-host to help her. And the whole point of this is to read books that have one word that's like that's the buzzword. So the first time she did it, it was girl. That was really fun. I know last time it was like, what was it? Who, what, when, where, why, and how, like a question word in the title. So this time it's numbers, and I think it's going to be really fun. I have 3 books that I am thinking about reading. I'm not guaranteeing, but one of them I really do want to read, and I'm excited about it. So we're gonna go into it. I have a big stack here, which I know is not helping myself, but I am going to keep going. So that one is The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. I hope I'm saying that right. And it is, from my understanding, I don't really know much, but I know people have told me I will love it. It's amazing. It's incredible mystery, whatnot. So from my understanding, this is a book about a party. And Evelyn, I'm assuming, is the one who dies, and then someone has 7 days to figure out who killed her. And every day, the day starts over again. So, like, it's literally the same day 7 times over, but every time, I think it's a man, he's in someone else's body. So he sees a different perspective every time. So that's all I understand about this book. I've been told I will love it. It's amazing. Yada, yada, yada. And I really can't wait to read it. So that will be my guaranteed Buzzword Readathon book. But I do have 2 more that I'm going to try to get to. I am not putting that much pressure on myself because I'm hoping it will be a nice mood read season or mood read month. But the next book that is piquing my interest, and I have my eye on in case I want to, is 9 Perfect Strangers by Leanne Moriarty. And I don't really know too much about it. I know it's about a spa and these people and someone dies. But it's Leanne Moriarty, and I love her writing style. So that's a good potential one to pick up eventually. And then another one is an Agatha Christie, which I don't know if I'll get to or not, but I'm going to try. And that is Towards Zero. So another number in the title. And I literally know nothing about this one. It looks like it happens at a tennis court, but I know nothing. And that's how I often like my Agatha Christie anyways. So aside from those books, I have a few more. So much for the smaller TBR. I know. I'm just giving myself options, and I'm hoping that I get through everything. And I hope I get back into a normal reading month. So the first of that is my book club that I'm a part of on Facebook. We are reading a sequel to this one, and I'm hoping to get to it before the end of the month, it's not quite November yet, but I'm not sure if I will. So this is Living Lies. The next one is Deadly Deceit, and I am started this, and I'm very intrigued and I'm enjoying it so far, but I'm only like 15 pages in, so I want to keep reading. And then I will be reading Deadly Deceit when it comes out in November for my book club. And then another book club that I joined on Goodreads. I can't remember the name right now. I'm drawing a blank. I feel like there's so much information in my head. But for that book club, I will link it down below. That we are reading biblical fiction in that one, and this is like a 3-month chance to read it. And this is The Light on the Hill by Connellan Cosette. So this takes place Jericho, around Jericho and Rahab's story, but not Rahab. So I'm wanting to pick this up, and it is a library book, so I need to finish it soon. Now, the last book that I will be reading this month, and this is one I'm definitely reading, is Echo Among the Stones by Jamie Jo Wright. It is not released yet. It's my first arc, and I'm very excited about it. And it is a book that is a perfect thriller / Christian mystery thing. I would describe Jamie Jo Wright as a Christian thriller suspense writer. If you love Dee Henderson or Terry Blackstock, you should pick up Jamie Jo Wright. She's a really creative author, and I love it. So I have actually been approved to be a part of her launch team, and I will be reading An Echo Among the Stones in advance. So I'm going to be reading it in November, and I'll give you my review before it comes out and on December 3rd. So I'm very excited, and I cannot wait to pick it up. It sounds very intriguing and interesting, and I cannot wait, like I've said. So those are the books that I plan on reading in November. I'm trying to keep it down to a minimum, although it might not look like it from the get-go. And most of these books I know enough about to be really excited, or I am intrigued enough to find out more. I am potentially going to be reading, if I have time, and that's only a big if, the nonfiction about Louisa May Alcott for the Little Women, or not the Little Women, but the Louisa May Alcott read-along, which my cousin Megan Hannett is hosting along with Kate Howe. So the cover's right here. I don't know if I'll have time. It's decently sized, but I'm trying to keep my books down to a shorter size this month, trying to keep them more engaging and more fast-paced. So I am going to have a lot of fun with these, I think. It will be a different reading month, I think, and I'm hoping it'll be good. So tell me, are you participating in Buzzwordathon or Nonfiction November? Are you reading any fun, crazy books this month? And what do you think I should pick up first, as I am going to mood read, but I also kind of want to pick them up and prioritize them in the ones that sound the most amazing. So thank you for watching. I hope you had a great reading day. See you next time. Bye.